Hello everyone. Welcome to the second video of this module, which is Debt Demystified. This video is on debt market instruments. So in the earlier video, we saw why we should sell debt mutual funds. In this second video of the 12 video series, we'll have a look at the different debt market instruments. The first, what we're going to discuss is government securities or G6. Government securities, it is a tradable instrument issued by the central government or states governments. It acknowledges the government's debt obligation. The different types of G6 are T-bills, CMBs or cash management bills, dated securities, and SGLs. We will have a look at each of these in the next few slides. So the first one of the entire discussion is going to be T-bills or treasury bills. These are money market instruments issued for short term by the government of India. These are issued for a tenor of 91 or 182 or 364 days. The treasury bills are zero coupon securities. That is, they pay no interest at all. Now the question is, why would anybody buy a product which gives zero coupons? This is because they are issued at discount and redeemed at par. So the difference between the issue price and the redemption price is the earning for the T-bill holder. Let us take an example here. Assuming that a 91-day treasury bill of 100 rupees face value is issued at say 98.20 rupees. Here the discount of 1.80 is there. On maturity, these would be redeemed at par or face value, that is 100 rupees. The return for the investor is the difference between the maturity value or the face value and the issue price. These are issued by the process of auction. On the returns parameter, these would have the lowest returns as they hold the sovereign guarantee. Let us look at the second type of G6, which is CMBs or cash management bills. If you draw a timeline like this, you will notice that for the time period of 91 days to 1 year, we have T-bills. 1 to 30 years, we have dated securities. But the time which is up to 91 days, there is no instrument which is available in this time period. This gap or mismatch was existing for several years. In 2010, the government of India, in consultation with the RBI, introduced new short-term instrument. This instrument was known as cash management bills or CMBs. This was issued to meet the temporary mismatches in the cash flow of the government of India. These are issued for maturities less than 91 days and they are very similar to T-bills. The third type of G6 is known as dated securities. Dated securities are securities which carry a fixed or floating coupon paid on the face value on a half-yearly basis. The tenure of dated securities ranges from 1 year to 30 years. The nomenclature of a typical dated fixed coupon G-Sec or the way it is denoted is as given below. 7.17% GS 2028. What does this mean? Let's understand this better. This is three parts, namely the coupon, the name of the issuer, and the maturity year. Here, 7.17 denotes the coupon rate. GS means government securities. That is the issuer name. Whereas 2028 is the maturity year. If the coupon payment falls on a Saturday or a Sunday or any other holiday, the coupon payment is made on the next working day. However, if the maturity date falls on a Saturday or a Sunday or a holiday, then the redemption proceeds are paid on the previous working day. The last of G6 which we're going to look at today is the SDLs, or the state development loans. These are the loans which are raised by state government. The interest here is paid half yearly. SDLs are dated securities which are issued like T-bills. The instruments are generally issued for maturities up to 10 years. SDLs qualify for a lot of things, which includes they can be used for SLR, that is statutory liquidity ratio, which needs to be maintained by the banks. They can also be used as collaterals for borrowings through repo, and they are a part of LAF, or the liquidity adjustment facility. Generally, SDLs have the backing of respective states. Depending upon the fiscal health of the state and the consequent risk element associated in such investments, the rate of the SDL is determined. SDLs are traded above G-Sec rates. The spread of SDL rate and the G-Sec is equal to the excessive returns earned for a nominal risk taken. This investments, that is investments in SDLs, can be a good option for investors who are seeking to earn higher coupons. Let us now look at one more important debt instrument, which is commercial papers. By definition, it is an unsecured money market instrument issued in the form of a promissory note. Who can issue commercial papers? Let's have a look. They can be issued by highly rated corporate borrowers. The purpose is to diversify their sources of short-term borrowings. Eligibility criteria: those who have a total net worth of at least 4 crores can issue a CP. The tenor: minimum 7 days and maximum up to 1 year. The next most important debt instrument is certificate of deposit, or CD. By definition, it is a negotiable market instrument. Who can issue it? It can be issued only by scheduled commercial banks. The maturity period ranges from 7 days to 1 year. The amount deposited is locked for duration selected, but it is freely negotiable. If a bank already has FDs, then what is the need for CDs? So let us understand that bank FD versus a CD. Are they the same? What is the difference? Let us understand all these questions in this slide. Fixed deposits versus certificate of deposit. Fixed deposit is a type of investment option that is provided by the banks and other NBFCs. Certificate of deposit, on the other hand, is an agreement with the bank to deposit a certain amount of money for a fixed time period. FDs provide a higher rate of interest as compared to a saving account, whereas a CD, the interest is paid by the bank. The amount is also locked in for the set duration. FDs cannot be negotiated freely. CDs can be definitely negotiated freely. Time to play on the front foot, but cautiously. The risk matrix has the following product categories in increasing order of the risks. So they are liquid funds, ultra short-term debt funds, short duration funds, credit risk and dynamic debt funds, and medium-term funds, long duration funds. It's time to notch up the risk appetite one at a time. After understanding all the above concepts, answering a few questions can be so simple. So let's begin with the quiz time. So these are self-check questions. As we have seen in the earlier video, nobody's going to rate you, you rate yourself. So the first question coming up for you, what is a GSEC? You know the answer, but let me put it up for you. It is government security. These are tradable instruments issued by the central government or state governments. It acknowledges the government's debt obligation. Question number 2. What are the types of GSECs which we have seen? Very simple one for you. The answer is T-bills, CMBs, dated GSECs or dated securities, and SDLs or state development loans. The final question, what is the tenure of an SDL? Think. I hope you have the answer. It is up to 10 years. So thank you so much, guys, for listening to me patiently. In the next video, we'll have a look at what are bonds and what are the different types of bonds.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.